Hey, this is John, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at this FN Model 1924 Mauser Bayonet produced by FN for their export model Mauser rifles M1924 and M1930 up until the early 1950s. It is produced in two different blade lengths, one being 15 and 1/8 inches, 384 millimeters, the other being 11 and 3/4 inches, 300 millimeters, the 15 and 1/8 being the more common of the two. Like I said, it is produced up until the early 1950s, and post-World War II you could get them with not a variety of finishes, but a few different finishes from phosphate to paint over phosphate to blued. But all the pre-war ones were in the white. Now, I purchased this a little while ago from Apex Gun Parts as a rusty and pitted version of the Model 1924 bayonet. In the pictures, a lot of them did not have the grip panels or the latch. So I was a little hesitant because those are kind of important portions of the bayonet. And especially for what I wanted to use it for, is I want to have a long bayonet for my K98K. And if I don't have the latch to latch it onto my K98K, well, it is kind of useless. So I was really happy to see when I got it, not only did it have the grip panels, but it also had the latch, which needs a little work. Let's see if I can get it in the camera there. As you can see, it's hanging out a bit. And I haven't really done much to this so far. I did take it apart a little bit, but we'll take it apart more here in a moment. I actually bought new grip panels for it. Now, these are not FN grip panels. These are actually Yugo Mauser Bayonet grip panels I bought from Sarco for, I think they're like $6 a piece, which is way cheaper than what I could get them from Apex Gun Parts for. And they do appear that they will fit if needs be. In fact, I probably will change these out regardless. So let's go ahead and take a look at what this rusty, pitted, poor condition Model 1924 FN bayonet looks like from Apex. I think they're about $19 now. So at least for this condition, they have them that are much more expensive than that. But this one is, I think, $18.95 now. I paid $12.95 for it. The only thing other than obviously the dirty, rusted, let's zoom in on it a bit, dirty, rusted, pitted condition, the only other issue that really this bayonet had was the scabbard is missing the retention. So there's no retention. But something else I picked up off of Apex Gun Parts are these miscellaneous bayonet scabbard guides. Now, they had two different ones and they're both pretty cheap, and they don't really say what they fit, and they don't fit this. This is actually the closer of the two. This one, way off. And neither one of them quite fit the blade either. So I will have to do a bit of modifying to make this work, but I think I can get this to fit in there. Well, actually, I've already marked with paint where I need to remove material so I can get it to fit down in there. And then what I'll do after that is I will get it down in there in place, and I'll probably peen the top over onto it. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do it yet, but at some point that will be part of the project of cleaning this up. But before I get that far, let's go ahead and pull it apart as best we can. Now, there are a couple different ways you can take these grip screws out. I mean, you could actually take a screwdriver and kind of get it in one side and try to get it out like that, but there's a good chance you're going to strip it doing that. So what I found the easiest way to do with it is to make your own bit. Make your own bit. Now, the bit for this, I just took a flathead bit that I had and carved out 0.15 inches from the center, or 3.88 millimeters, which fits almost perfectly right there. Let's zoom in on that so you can see. Whoa, too far. But as you can see, that fits just about perfectly around that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pull these grip panels off. There's one screw out. There's There's me kind of getting off center. There we go. And that is both of the nuts, grip panel nuts. Let's see. I think I can just pull it off. There we go. There we go. Now, if you look at the back side on the screws, they actually are knurled. Well, you can't see it there. There we go. They're knurled to grip into the panel. So, and like I said, I don't know that I'll change these, but I will probably change these grip panels out for the Yugoslavian ones. Now, to remove the latch, I did just use a screwdriver to fit into one side here like this. And then, if I can get it to work, and then unscrew it. Let me see if I can get that better on camera. Now you could also make a bit just like I made for the grip panel screw or grip panel nuts. But since I didn't have to do that, I did not. I could just get this screwdriver in one side and rotate that around. So let me take this off. There is a little spring here. That's what gives you your tension on that. And then there's your latch. And I shot it out. And there's your latch. And there you can see the condition that the handle is in, which isn't great. I mean, it is slightly pitted, but honestly, this isn't even that bad of pitted rust, even on the blade. So I was really pretty impressed with it, given that they said it was poor quality, pitted and poor quality. But it seems to be in pretty good condition to me. Let's go ahead and see if these Yugo grip panels fit on here. Let's see, that would not go on that side. There we go. Oh, very close. Not quite, and they are a little too fat. They're a little too fat. So, if you're looking to, there we go. If you're looking to, oh, I could almost wedge that in there. Very nearly wedge that in there. If you're looking to change your grip panels out on your FN Mauser bayonet, as you can see, these Yugo ones aren't quite the right size. A little bit too big. But I'm sure you could make them work. In fact, I know you could, because the screw holes do line up pretty okay. And I still may make these work, but I don't know yet. Because it wouldn't take much to just clearance this in the front. I wouldn't clearance back here because it's got to match that angle, which it does seem to match the angle pretty well. But I clearance up here in the front maybe a bit to get it to fit, or maybe if I just, well, no, that is a way to break that. So yeah, if I just probably sanded this down, I could clearance it and it would fit. So I'm really curious to see how much it's going to take to clean this up. So I'm going to grab this box and set the bayonet down in here. Now I'm going to hit it with my electric drill and wire brush. And let's see what it takes to get this cleaned up. Which I know this is just kind of a tertiary sort of way to do this. But I really wanted to see how much effort it's going to take to clean this up. And just so you know, this is not exactly how I do this if I weren't doing this on camera. But given I'm on camera, this is the easiest way to do it. And we'll just kind of hit one side here. Oh, maybe. Luckily for me, like all bayonets, this blade is dull. Put that down in there. Oh yeah, you can see how round that is on it. See how round that shaft is. That is exactly how you want that. Actually, I'm gonna pull that out of there. Wow, that is really bent. I should probably buy a new one of those. There. Make it a little easier. You know, let's go ahead and get this other end of the blade. You know, and as I said, if I look at that, good job dropping that in there, huh? Do just a little bit more and then we'll wipe it off and see what that looks like. I think this is about good enough for our purposes. Pretty close there. Oh, that was my finger. Okay. Well, that's good enough for what? Well, that way you can get a really good sound of that wire brush. Just look at that. Oh, I'm bleeding. Always be careful with your wire brushes. Should probably wear gloves to do this. But let's go ahead and grab a rag from over here. I'll just kind of wipe it down. And this was what? Maybe a couple minutes. Move this box out of the way because I don't think you can get a... I think that white kind of throws the camera off. But as you can see, even just a couple minutes there with the wire brush, which this will need more polishing. It did leave a little bit of scratches on it. But just a short period of time with the wire brush on an electric drill doing a half-butted job, this is pretty clean already. You compare it to this side, it just has had no cleaning whatsoever, and actually it's coming out pretty nice. I bet by the time I get this done, you'll be able to tell it was rusted and pitted, but it won't look like the kind of rusty, pitted, junky thing it looked like there. So, like I said, you can get these from Apex. Probably shouldn't run the drill and try to talk. And I'll clean up these screws as well. Like I said though, you can pick these up from Apex Gun Parts. They have a variety of grades from the rusty, pitted, poor condition to good condition that look very nice. And they also have the shorter blade length version of this as well. So if you found this video informative or you found it helpful in some way, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And if you like the rest of my videos, I'd appreciate subscribed. So thanks and have a wonderful day.